Situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Gleason. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground to the 43, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good.
Now Burrow loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gleason. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. 31 yards. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 42 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter, and he has been tremendous to start the new year.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. On the draw, this is Barkley. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Again, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Powers through him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And this will be a Giants first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, Gleason. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Gleason. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Gleason. Got a man. It's Diaby Brown. Complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Gleason. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From midfield now, Burrow.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. To the air again, Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From way up at the 23.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Back to Mixon on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Parks.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Burrow on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's got some space here. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent. And I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Burrow on play action. He finds his man, complete. It's Hines.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Now it's Burrow.
That one complete to Skoranek.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Running left, it's Mixon.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Here's Burrow.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Throws the out route, and he's got it complete to Hines. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. And it's caught.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Burrow with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd down, Gleason. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, Gleason. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Barkley. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Some good, strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 7,
Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
a gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They're passing here. Joe Burrow steps away to his left.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Burrow. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Gleason. To Barkley on the check down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Gleason. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And they go play action now. Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, still a 1-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So, nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
That's complete to Slayton.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now off to the races, down the right side, past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you.
I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on the Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like to put a stack in it. I'm bad at Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from the that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Heard you wanna be. Don't got a whip and brag on no petty. Look, I talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. When you we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. All these predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on the Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad at stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty.
Yeah. Should I style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.